welcome to day 17 fifth of our 21-day abundance challenge here on Insight Timer. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Cindy. Welcome. I'm an empath. This channel is all about living your most empowered empath life. Whether you're an empath or a HSP, you are so welcome here. What you're watching today is a replay of an Insight Timer live session which I've done with my community. We're up to day 17 of a 21-day challenge. If you are interested in joining our community, you'd like to know more about Insight Timer, there's a link in the description. So for those of you who are catching the replay, welcome. It's always so good to have you here. Today we're talking about a million things. Excuse me, my light. That's better. I have a million things in my head that I feel like I need to address today, so I'm not going to say what the theme is, it just is what it is, okay? Welcome to my world. Sometimes it's a bit messy. It's all good though. I still have that light reflection in my eye. That's better. You can just see it. Oh, here we are. Time to go. Namaste. Namaste, my lovely, lovely friends. Welcome. I have a quote for you here. I've just written it down. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. By Dr. Martin Luther King. Namaste, Maya. Welcome. And I would like to thank Monica for sharing that quote in Luann's daily quotes, I think it's called, her circle, her group. Hey Karen, welcome back. Karen, thank you so very much for your donation yesterday. It didn't come up during the feed, but I did receive it. Thank you. Good morning, Jenny. Hey Sarah. Hello Laverne. Joanna, I am feeling magnificent this morning. Feeling really good. Hey Leanne, welcome Leanne, you've got a new icon. Very cute. Hi Luann. Luann, I can see your face. Yay, awesome. Thank you for changing that icon. It makes such a difference when we can see each other's faces here. We know who we're talking to. I love it. Thank you, Karen. Hey Anna. You too, good Joanna. Hi Monica. Hello Renee. You got brave. Luann, you're so lovely to look at. There's no reason to be brave. You've got to, I think of, what's that quote from Roald, I can't even say his name, Dahl, the writer, D-A-H-A-L, his surname, where he talks about when you think positive thoughts, light beams come from your face. Do you know that quote? I always think of Luann and her transformation over the year. Every time I see her now, her face is like just beaming light. I love it. Hey Claire, welcome. Hi Richard. My lovely friends. Luann, I was hoping you'd be here because I wanted to tell you that this morning I got an email from Rebecca Campbell, you know, the lady who, we love her oracle cards. Of course, Luann, my pleasure. The lady who's the Aussie lady whose oracle cards that we love. She's just released a new pack called The Rose. Hey Lila, welcome. And as soon as I saw it, I started laughing because I thought, well, looks like I'm getting some more oracle cards. Hey Louisa, welcome. More cards, exactly. And you know what? We need a pack for moon circles. I was thinking, Lily, welcome. I was thinking to myself about a week ago, I don't have a pack dedicated to moon circles. So I'm going to, I'm going to justify my new oracle card purchase by saying that we need one for moon circles. And last year, Luann had a little kitten that she'd rescued. And we were talking about the rose. We were talking about the unfurling rose and the spiritual significance of the rose. Remember that, Luann? And I think we actually pulled a card from Rebecca's deck about the rose. And Luann named her kitten Rose, she had a brand new kitten. Luann rescues kittens, rescues cats. You have moon cards. Oh, Joanna, bring them next circle. There are never enough cards or books or crystals or plants or candles. Exactly, Karen. She's racing around the room now. Aha! That is, I'm taking that as confirmation. Like I needed it. It is a full moon tonight. It is. And we are meeting in 2 days for our moon circle, I believe. Hey Flo, welcome. Foster's rescues. Luann and Lila need to start talking on Insight Timer. Look at this. Making friends on this place. Discovering things about each other. I love it. I can see Rowena's smiling face. Hi Rowena. Beautiful. I can see an icon that I recognise, but I can't remember who it belongs to. It's a little red love heart. Anyway, welcome. So you saw the quote that I posted about from Martin Luther King. I just want to very quickly, I want to address the things that we spoke about yesterday. Good morning. Yes, Julie. Welcome, Julie. I wanted to address, we were talking yesterday about the volcano, the underground volcano that exploded in Tonga, and the ripples and repercussions that transpired from that. And many of us, and then Richard had that dream, spoke about his dream, which then Joanna followed up with her dream. And I want to say this. Oh, look, my Palo Santo. Evidence of me burning stuff again. I want to say this. We were talking about something awful. And the first thing that happened, the moment we were talking about the earth and the horrid things that were happening, every single one of us put a comment in the comments box saying, what can we do to help? How can I help? What can I do? Every one of us. So we went from a negative situation to a love-filled situation. Within not even a minute, we had come up with 5 or 6 ways that we could help as a collective and individually. It was amazing, wasn't it, Jenny? So what I want to do, first of all, is thank each of you for that, for being so ready to respond with your hearts. And what I want exactly, Sarah, round of applause. And what I want to say to you is that the outside world is telling us how dire the situation is. It is showing us this person is killing this person. This person is trashing this. The earth is collapsing around us. All of this negativity. And while all of that is true, that is this much of the truth. Because what I saw here yesterday was people going, I put my hand up to do something. I put my hand up to do something. And we were all asking, what can we do? So I went and spent some time in meditation and asked God, I asked the divine, what can I do? What can I do about all of this? And the answer was, whatever you can. Whatever you can. And so coming back to that quote from Martin Luther King, the one thing that we can all do is to share light, is to be light, is to vibrate and be light-filled. So that the darkness, that's the one thing that you can use to drive out all of this darkness, is to be light. To be light, you focus on light. You look for the light. All the hatred that is being magnified out there, and there is so much of it. When we sit and watch the news, it's being magnified. It's being made to seem so much more than what it really is. The only thing that drives out hate is the opposite of hate, love. So all we can do is come from a place of love. We can ask ourselves every single day, how can I love the earth today? Maybe, like me, you do Reiki. I did a beautiful Reiki meditation. I did a visualization. And I sent all of this cooling energy down into the earth. I felt so beautiful afterwards. I then went and looked in my bathroom and found all the bits of things that are contained in plastic. And I'm going to go today and find alternatives for the plastic in my bathroom so that I am no longer contributing to plastic. We can do practical things like not buy fast, cheap fashion, save our money, buy something that is a sustainable fabric and will last us 3 years instead of 6 months. Not maybe shop as often on Amazon. Amazon is a necessary thing in this current world climate. But what I can do personally, instead of buying beautiful Jenny, that was what Jenny could do. Simplify our life. Exactly, Maya. Do you need to have a wardrobe full of amazing shoes? In my 20s, yes. In my life now, no. So why buy more shoes? There are so many different things that we... Hey Judy, welcome! There are so many different things that we can take personal responsibility for. And the question to ask yourself every single day is, how can I love? How can I share love with the world today? How can I show the world I love it? But so worth it. Exactly, Lily. Instead of your $2, you guys have in America and the UK, you have like $2 shops, right? $1 shop. They used to be $1 shops. Now they're $2 shops. Now they're just called dollars and cents. Because nothing's a dollar here anymore. Yes, right. I can, when I go on holiday to Stradbroke Island, I can stock up on the organic beeswax candles that are supporting local business and taking care of the earth. The pound store. There you go. Beautiful. So that is what we can do. Don't get bogged down in the misery of it. Because darkness cannot drive out darkness. And if you're sitting there and you're focusing on all the negativities, on all the horrors, on all the horrible things that people are doing, then you're just sitting there resting in that darkness. But if you keep focusing on the light, focusing on love, focusing on the good things, then that is how you drive out the darkness, raising your consciousness. Beautiful. Cutting down consumption. Absolutely, Sarah. Absolutely. Amazing. Okay, good. Judy, thank you so much for your donation. Judy sent me a donation via PayPal this morning, and that was the first thing I saw in my emails, and it just lifted my spirits. Thank you so much, Judy. And it kind of leads me into what I actually wanted to talk with you today, talk about with you. And that is, thank you, visualization. Visualization as a tool for manifesting, for creating the life you want, for keeping yourself in a high vibe. Excuse me. For keeping yourself in a very high vibe. Okay. So, our bodies cannot tell the difference between actually doing something or seeing yourself doing something. Now, an athlete will, when they're not training, because, athletes need rest time as well so that their bodies function properly, they will sit they will visualize themselves running their best time, or jumping over what's it called, the tall pole vault. They will visualize themselves jumping high over pole vaults, or doing a long jump and breaking records, and then see themselves, standing on the podium, getting their Olympic gold medal or whatever it is that the prize that they receive. And their body vibrates to that. Their body vibrates to what they are visualizing in their mind, and it makes it easier for them to actually create that. So why can't we use that to visualize the things? It is powerful, Joanna, completely. To visualize the things that we want in our lives, and make it so real during our visualization that we can feel it, we can maybe even smell it. If you have any sort of, well, we all do, but if you have a deep sense of intuition, you can visualize things to the point where you can smell it. You can maybe feel the air on your skin. You can see the other people around you that are partaking in this with you, that are being blessed by what it is that you're wanting to manifest and create. So, creating a visualization practice along with your meditation will help you to manifest whatever it is that you want so much quicker. Now, when I was teaching yoga, I'll tell you a story, because what's alive without a story? When I was teaching yoga, during Shavasana, everyone sits down for Shavasana, lies down for Shavasana. And I like really long Shavasanas. I kind of feel that the Shavasana is the most important part, because it's the part where you die to who you were before you landed on your mat, and then you rise up and you've integrated all the things that you've changed. It's the best. It certainly is, Karen. So I would do like a 15-minute Shavasana. Now, something that you may have picked up about me is that I fidget, and I've always got to be doing something, and I'm not the sort of person who can just sit for 15 minutes and wait. So I created a visualization for every Shavasana that I did, and every time I taught a yoga class, I had the same visualization. And in my visualization, I would see the house that I wanted to live in by the ocean. I knew that I wanted a online business. So part of my visualization was opening up my computer and checking my bank account to see how much I had earned. And I always allow that to be intuitive. The number's different every time, it just pops up. And it's interesting, when I'm working on my abundance, when I'm really in my abundance cycle, it's a big number. And when I am not being as vigilant as I should be, it's a small number. So that's interesting, right? So it's always a good hint for me when it's like, oh gee, that wasn't a very big number. I'm out of my abundance cycle somewhere. So I would visualize that, and then I would visualize myself teaching a yoga class on my back deck overlooking the ocean, because one of my dreams is that one day I will have enough space in my house that I can teach people in person again, because I love teaching yoga in person. So I would then visualize the people lining up and paying me for class as they come into class. So one of these visualizations, in one of them, I was taking people were giving me $5 for the yoga class. And in the back of my mind, this little voice came up saying, don't you think your yoga, what you offer during yoga is worth more than $5? So I set an amount from there, a really big amount that I wanted to earn for an hourly yoga class. And then I would visualize, when the people were paying me, that they were paying me this big note. So I did that for about 3 weeks, and then I volunteered to do a retreat for one of the yoga studios that I work at. And while I was, normally the owner of the studio would take money and then she would just pay me, but a lady walked in last minute and handed me the exact amount in my hand of what I had been asking for as a fair price to for my yoga, the exact amount. And I didn't have change to break it. It was crazy. So she had to go and work it out with the owner to get the change. But the note in my hand, which the owner of the studio said, just take that as your payment for the class. So I had manifested 100% exactly what I was visualizing. Somebody walked in and put that amount of money in my hand. So, regular visualization works as a totally powerful, Judy, totally powerful. Decide what it is that you want. Decide exactly what it is and make sure that it is in line with what you are offering. Right, good. I'm glad. Luann and Karen, I'm good. I'm glad it's inspiring you. Be clear, crystal clear about what you want, and then create the visualization. Mine is a long-term thing. I want a house by the beach. I want to be able to do classes on my deck. When I visualize it, I can see sound bowls, I can see gongs. I may not necessarily use them during the class that I visualize in my mind, but they're there because they're all the things that I'm working towards. And I know that eventually I will have all of those things. But you can do exactly the same thing. Like the people coming to pay me for the yoga class, I visualized an exact amount and manifested it. If you have something that you want to create in a month's time, create a visualization. Do something so that you are in the flow and able to see the pictures in your mind. And then be super specific. I have a really set plan. I'm on a walk with my dog. I'm approaching my home. I can see the bay, the ocean around me. And then I walk into my house and I greet my husband, because part of my long-term vision is that my husband and I will be together forever. So I see him, and then I sit down at my computer and I see the words come up. Today you have earned from your work online, and then the number, I allow the number to flow. Then do you know what I mean? I'm just completely, it's specific, and I follow the rhythm every time. Sometimes other random things come up, like when I was teaching the class, I looked up and there was a big video camera recording, and I took that to be like, okay, you need to get more online. And that was actually, I started working towards letting go of my in-person teaching so that I could reach a wider audience with what I was doing. Look, Karen, that was actually going to be my next thing. Yes, vision board is awesome. Go and find those pictures and put them up on your vision board to help you start that process. Very descriptive words is my next thing. If you aren't able, you haven't yet worked on that ability to see things clearly in your mind, if you're not into visualizing, use very descriptive words. Perfect. Perfect, Karen. Start there. Jenny visualizes walking through a tea field with a basket on her hip, picking berries and tea leaves. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm with you right there. Oh, beautiful. You're wearing a flowing dress and you're barefoot, and you feel like you're actually there. It is beautiful. That is it, Jenny. You have to feel like you're actually there. You can feel the breeze. You can feel the soil beneath your feet. You can, when you pick the berries, pop one in your mouth and taste it and be like, oh, that's so sweet and juicy. Make it real. Can you hear birds singing? Ambiance videos. That's a good idea, Sarah. An ambiance video. But definitely writing. So one technique that I used to use was, it's called reverse. It's not reverse engineering. Is it reverse engineering? It might be called reverse engineering. So you pick a day, let's say this day in 2023, what you're going to be doing. And then you write yourself a story of your ideal day, and you are super descriptive. I wake up in the morning. My loving, kind, generous soulmate brings me a cup of my favourite tea. I sip it while I journal. I feel lifted in my heart. Outside my window I can hear the birds of whatever region you want to be in singing. And you write yourself a story of your perfect day. And you get super descriptive about it. And then every single day, as part of your visualization, you sit down and you read it to yourself. You might read it once, twice, just however many times until you're there. And it'll start a little bit feeling a little disconnected, but then in a month, a week, 2 weeks, a month, it will become so ingrained in your memory because you're doing it every day that you can be out sitting on a bus somewhere feeling worn down because, here you are sitting on a bus and yuck, whatever. You've just had a hard day of work or whatever. But you will be able to go back to what you've written and remember it because it's so ingrained in you. And then you're standing in this bus, but energetically you are feeling everything that you have written. Remember, each of these practices, you can make it your own. Not everyone is able to sit down and see, create huge visualizations in their mind. I've been a daydreamer since I was a baby, so it comes easily to me. But not everyone will find it that easy. So that is my very practical manifestation technique, creation technique, abundance technique. Visualize it. Do it every day. Make it part of your everyday discipline. It doesn't have to be super long. It can be a 3-minute little visualization. It can be 5 or 6 sentences that you repeat to yourself over and over and over and over again until it's blasted into your mind, glued into your mind. You have the monkey singing in your head. You now hear the monkey. What song? Which song, Luann? Which song? That's interesting. Daydream Believers, right. I love it. I love it. So, why not be a daydream believer? We have the capacity. Remember that we are creators ourselves, that we were created by the Creator to create. We have the innate capacity to create whatever it is that we want. Whatever it is that we want. So why not be a daydream believer? Why not? If your daydreams are beautiful, go with it. Bring them to pass. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to finish in time. I've got 2.5 minutes and I am done with today. I did it after yesterday's very long-winded. Oh, Richard, thank you. Thank you. Last night I went to bed thinking, gee, I'm running out of things. I think I've said everything that there is to say on abundance. And then I put a question down in my journal before I went to sleep. Is there anything I've forgotten? Is there anything I can still say about abundance, Lord? And woke up this morning and just wrote this huge list. And now I'm like, oh man, how am I going to be able to get it all done in the next few days? Louise, namaste. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate your donations so much. You like the idea of a theme song? Well, take Luann's Daydream Believer. Ooh, okay, Joanna. I love that. I love that. A 30-day challenge. 90 days. I don't know about 90 days. Wowee. Namaste. Thank you, Louisa. Hi, Evie. We're just about to finish. Yeah, that is a good point. If I just opened up, just said, today I'm doing a live. Maybe I'm going to do that one day. I'm just going to title a live saying, today I'm showing up for a live. Bring me your questions. Bring me your stuff. Julie, namaste. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. I did not pull a card today, Renee. Thank you for the reminder. We can each take a turn for a topic. Absolutely. I want to talk about intuition next month. Oh, totally, Luann. Max Q, namaste. Thank you so much for your donation. So lovely to see you here. Didn't even see your little face in the icons. Pull a card the whole day. Namaste. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So, did I want to talk about intuition? Yes, I did. So that's going to be like woo-woo. For those of you who love the woo-woo, I will bring it next month. Hardcore. Okay, today's card, Luann. Namaste, thank you for your donation. I don't know if that was because I said I'm bringing the woo-woo. Donated in anticipation. Alrighty. Oh, I like this one. This was the other thing that I was thinking about talking to you about, and I'll talk about this tomorrow. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. I could always highlight the power of having plants. That's a good one, Laverne. I could take you on a plant tour. Maybe that's something to do on one of the other places where I meet with you. Take you on a plant tour because I'm bound to my computer for Insight Time. That's a good card, right? Recommit to calibrate your energy to love and joy. Sarah, thank you for mentioning that, because one of the things after yesterday's what can I do moment that we all had, I realized that one of the things that we, like having plants, is one of the ways that we can help Mother Earth. Because anytime we choose, exactly, Judy, exactly. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I did change, and this is the story why. So one of the things we can do for Mother Earth is to plant plants however we can, because we need more of that for air, fresh air, for cleaning the air. As we pollute more, we need more things to clean the air. Rowena hit the nail on the head. She is planting native plants for the local birds. So I went and looked at all of my plants yesterday. I cleaned the house from top to bottom, which is what I do when my heart is feeling heavy. And it was feeling heavy after Richard and Joanna shared about their dreams. So one of the things that while I was cleaning, I went and looked at my plants. And what you see, and I actually wanted to talk about this, so thank you, Luann and Laverne, for mentioning that. This plant, they're all very long and spindly. I need to feed them different feeds so that they have more leaves. This plant, Richard, you'd recognize this one. It's our Reiki plant. And this plant, these are all alocasias, and they are all native to where I live in Queensland. These are all plants that you would find in the rainforests in Queensland. And I realized plant things that come from where you live. It's all very good to go out and get exotic plants from, you know, the deepest recesses of Africa or the Amazon jungle, which I did have. I did have a plant from the Amazon jungle and it died, not surprising. But get the plants that belong to your area. This is a coleus. This will grow anywhere. You could take this into Antarctica and this would grow. But this is the reason why I have this in the bedroom is because this one releases oxygen at night. So it soaks up carbon dioxide during the day and releases oxygen at night. So when we're sleeping here, this is the corner of my bedroom, when we're sleeping here, we are getting oxygen pumped into the room. These things do it the opposite way, right? But they are native plants. That's why they are here today. I wanted to talk to you about this. Find the plants that are native to your area and bring them into your home. It will help the earth and it will help your growth. You know, you will grow more. Your plants will grow more because they are in their native area. Oh, maidenhair ferns. I love them. I can never grow them. Yeah, amazing, right, Sarah? Amazing. So that is one really practical thing that we can do. And because most of us here are empaths, plants are, well, first of all, they're grounding. They ground your energy. They are good for soothing your soul and cleaning your energy. Whenever you are feeling unsettled, uncomfortable, head is up in the clouds and you need to get grounded, play with your plants. Touch their leaves, talk to them. Give them Reiki, give them Reiki. Beautiful Evie. Evie has planted lots of plants in her garden to encourage bees and butterflies. Perfect. Pollinators are so important. And as we know, if there are no, it's like frogs. If there are no frogs, we're in real trouble. If there are no bees, no humans. Planting purple flowers that attract the bees, the native bees in your area. Setting up little insect houses. Little insect houses. Yeah. If you can, do that. They will help the native insects. Succulents. The bee movie. I have not seen it. Do I want to watch it, Jenny? Will I need to go and process energy after I've watched it? Veggie patch. True. I have a herb tower where I grow most of my herbs. I live in a apartment block. I've got concrete. It's not concrete. It's tiles. Okay, I will watch it, Jenny. I'll look for it. But I still grow, repotting. Lila, I do that all the time. I will go and take cuttings so that I have the opportunity to repot things so I can get my fingers in the dirt. Yes, Laverne, it just immediately soothes your soul, doesn't it? It really does. Beautiful. Okay, well, I was going to make it 30 minutes and now I've gone over. But it was worth it talking about plants. So I'm going to leave you there for today. Tomorrow I am talking about choices. So do I, Lila. That would be so amazing. We could all meet, have a cup of tea. Jenny could bring her tea samples around. We could taste them and go, oh, I like this blend. And then we could all share cuttings and the fruit of our growing labours. I have got lemon balm and parsley enough for all of you. It would be so lovely. You could make tea out of my lemon balm, Jenny. Yum. Wouldn't it be amazing? My pleasure. All right, my lovely friends, thank you so much for joining me. This is the next best thing, right? Thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much. Namaste. Happy gardening, everyone. Happy gardening. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you here tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Evie. Beautiful. The lemon balm. Julie, Karen, Max, Q, and Lily. Bye. And Louisa. Thank you, Lila. Thank you, YouTube.